All right, we just made it to our condo here in Perdido, Florida. Joel and I have big plans for the weekend. More details to come, but first I'm gonna show you our place. Oh, it's nice and cold. All right, we gotta unpack, but tomorrow Joel and I getting up bright and early. You'll see what we can catch in the surf, and hopefully we have some success. We got a catch and cook planned. We're gonna cook anything we catch, every species, even if it's trash fish. This is gonna be maybe a little disgusting, we'll see. All right, we're getting after it nice and early this morning. Actually, I wish I was on the water a good bit earlier than this. Sunrise was quite early, but had a good time at the Floribama last night. So got to bed a little later than I'd planned. That's our condo complex there. It's our newly built dock. I'm back here on what's called Old River, a big speckled trout paradise. You can see that windsock in the distance, but we got a pretty brisk east wind, so I'm gonna pedal into this wind and work these docks on the way back, try and catch me a big Florida speckled trout. This is a tough place to fish. It's not as easy as Louisiana for sure, but man, they've got some gorillas that hang out in this place. All right, I'm starting this morning with the Miralure Sea Eyes. I don't really know what the difference is between this bait and like a Top Dog Junior. Kind of sounds the same, at least to my ear. And I'm so committed to catching one on a hard plastic today. I brought one rod, that's it. I've got one rod, my topwater rod. Got some jerk baits as well. I'm definitely not looking for bites. I'm looking for big fish. I can get bites at home, and that's really the beauty of this place. Any cast could be a 7 or 8 pounder, legitimately. Now you got to make a lot of casts to get those fish, but that's what makes it fun. Ooh, 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 look at that. Second cast. He missed the bait. That was a good trout. Shoot. You guys who kayak fish a lot, man, you definitely have my respect. This definitely adds to the challenge. Obviously you can't cover as much water and you're super confined. You got to constantly adjust how you're tracking, but on the positive side you're super stealthy, and that's important for these big fish. The challenge is if you're not super familiar with an area, you really don't know where to set up, and if you don't do it a lot, like I don't, you're not always the best prepared. And I'm not today. I have no net. I'm fishing for big speckled trout and I literally have no net. And I'm still learning how to fish this place, which is something I really enjoy doing. But one thing I haven't figured out yet is how these fish use these docks. You know, trout don't really hold to cover. They more hold to structure, you know, ledges and depth changes and stuff like that. Obviously, if you're bass fishing, you would want to flip all of that. It's a little bit different with trout, but I think they definitely loosely associate with stuff like this. I mean, that's like a jail cell right there. All those pilings. Gives them ambush points, places to hide out, and surprise bait fish. Now Joel and I had a catch and cook plan for yesterday. We did some surf fishing. This is pompano season here in the Florida coast, but man, we beat our heads against the wall. Beautiful day, absolutely perfect conditions. We couldn't catch, we caught one catfish, couldn't catch any pompano at all. It made me really sorry I didn't come back here and do this yesterday. All right, I made a pit stop here to change baits and change camera batteries. Joel's fishing off the dock, and he's got him a nice hard head. Good job, Joel. Congratulations. All right, my friend.
Good luck, brother.
Yeah, same to you.
Hopefully I catch another whiting.
Yeah, hopefully you catch another whiting. Hopefully I catch a speckled trout.
Of a lifetime.
Yep. Dude, how mad would you be if I pull a 7 pound out of right here?
I'd be very happy for you, buddy.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm calling in to our speckled trout effort. Started strong, ended really slow. 2 blow-ups on the second cast and nothing, not a sniff after that. This place is tough, definitely. When you're targeting those big fish, sometimes you roll the dice and come up snake eyes, particularly in a kayak. But Joel's catching some whiting off our dock here, and our plan for yesterday was to do a catch and cook with whatever we caught, so we might do that today. The bad part of this is that Joel's catching hardheads and gaff tops as well. And as you can see, the boat traffic's really picking up, so it's time to get out the yak and go with plan B. I'm gonna join Joel on that dock. We'll see what we can catch. Hopefully some more whiting, probably some more catfish, and then we'll eat them all for lunch. Not all, we'll just sample them. I did bring some speckled trout from home from a recent trip, so we'll have those for lunch, but we will sample all of the trash that we catch. See if we can get it to taste good. There's Joel, he might have a whiting.
I do.
It's a whiting? There you go. Hey, keep him for our catch and cook.
He's filletable.
He's filletable? All right, we're gonna do him in our catch and cook.
All right.
I haven't caught a fish. All right, so Joel said he's caught a bunch of gaff tops, but obviously he didn't keep them. But we're gonna keep the next one we catch for our catch and cook. We're gonna compare that with the hardhead, with the whiting, and then obviously our control group are the speckled trout fillets that I brought from a trip this week. We're gonna keep them all separate and figure out how each one tastes and see if the trash fish are really trashy.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, fish on, fish on. Feel gaff toppy?
Some type of catfish. Feels like a hardhead.
Yep, you're right. Well, we already got one, so we don't need to keep him. See you.
And that's usually what happens. If you ain't gonna bite for a while, it's because...
Look at that. No bait. So you think, like, croakers pecked it off?
Yeah, well, because I've had some that, like...
Yeah, like croaker hits.
I have, like, a small piece of shrimp come back.
Yeah.
It's all mangled.
Mangled. This is highly sophisticated fishing. So have you come close to losing a rod yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think we should be using the fish bites?
I thought about that.
You might. You might want to try it on one hook on each rig or something, you know. At least you're still fishing when you lose your shrimp.
Right.
All right, Joel's going to take us through the rig he's using to catch these world-class fish.
All right, so first thing you start off with is about a 5-foot piece of fluorocarbon, or you can use monofilament, it doesn't matter. Cut that off. I've got a 1-ounce pyramid sinker right here, and I like the 1 ounce. It's a little bit deeper in the middle, so the 1 ounce gets it down to the bottom. Tie that on first, and we do have a fish on right now. Hold on.
Real, real,
Hardhead, baby.
real. Well, hopefully it's our gaff top, but it is not. It's another hardhead. All right, Joel, where were we?
We're tying on this 1 ounce pyramid sinker. All right, so then once you got the 1 ounce weight tied on, you're gonna go about maybe 8 or 10 inches up the line, and you fold it over like that, and you just make a loop. And you wanna make a pretty decent sized loop right here. You're gonna do that twice. Okay, so now you got your loop. Now I've got a 1/0 circle hook, and with this, doing it this way, you actually don't even need to tie the hook on. What you do is you fold the line over, and you put the doubled line in that hook eye, just like that. And then you wrap this around the hook, and you're gonna put the hook through this loop. Okay, so you got your first one. I like to make two drops on here. So we got one, then you're gonna go another 8 or 10 inches up the line, make a second loop. Okay, got your second loop. Then we've got our second 1/0 circle hook. Put the line through the hook eye, wrap it around the hook, and put it through the loop. Okay, from there, you're gonna take the remaining bit of line that you have, and you're gonna make a little knot up here, just a simple overhand knot. And this is what you're gonna tie your main line to, okay? Just like that. So your main line ties to there. You got one hook, then the second hook, and then your 1 ounce weight. Put a shrimp on each and you're ready to go. I like 2 drops because that way if one shrimp does come off, you still have a second shrimp fishing for you.
All right, we're out of bait, so we got to clean one of these hard heads and try and use that as bait. Are they cannibals? I don't know. Will whiting hit hard head? No idea, but we'll see. Now, our dock was destroyed in Hurricane Sally, I think 2 years ago. So it just got rebuilt. It's really nice. Got these handy fish cleaning stations here. Got electric source if you like to use an electric fillet knife, which I do. However, my wife currently has my truck and she's not here and my knife is in there. So I got to use just a regular straight blade knife, which is fine. His fins are, what would you call that, Joel? Erect? His fins are erect. Yeah, Joel, that's the way you clean a fish right there. Good thing is we can leave that skin on. It'll probably help it to hold on the hook. They'll eat this, I promise you.
Yeah, they eat
So will we. Like it or not.
All right, so after we run out of shrimp, we put the hard head, cut up some hard head, put it on there. So we'll see if that works. See if they're gonna eat that.
There's a fish. There's a fish. Oh, whiting. Another whiting. There we go. Not a bad whiting, perfect. It'll taste better than a hardhead, I know that. So these whiting are super tasty, really, really good fish. This is definitely a filletable size. He's probably about 11 inches or so. Let's see how big he is. Yeah, he's 10 inches. 10 inches, big enough. And he bit on those fish bites. We got something. Oh, look at that, a white trout. Look at that. I know what they call them here. We call them white trout. How about that? Ooh. Oh, something big's on here. That might be our gaff top. Nope, another hardhead. No, look at that, a whiting. Another whiting. All right. All right, nice one too. Really nice whiting. Might be the nicest of the day. So since we put the fish bites on and we started baiting up with that catfish, we haven't caught any catfish. We've caught other desirable fish, so that might be the route to go. You can see these 1/0 are almost too big for these whiting. They got small mouths. But if nothing else, it kind of weeds out the little small ones and leaves you with these nice ones. Well, I really don't want to use any of my whiting as bait. My wife is out getting us some shrimp, so in the meantime, I'm just going to have to fish with these fish bites. Okay, I just looked it up, and in Florida, white trout are called silver sea trout. It's the exact same species, so we're going to sample that as well, and you know that's going to be good. Definitely better than that hardhead. We'll compare it to the whiting, though. You know, we're going to have speckled trout, obviously, but that's from a different, you know, that'll be like the control group. Oh. Did he let go?
Yeah, I think he let go. Yeah. No, I don't know. No, he's still in there. Maybe.
That one's only fish bites. Oh, that's a monster, Joel.
What's that?
That's a monster. That's another whiting.
Another whiting.
The whiting like the fish bites,
the
apparently.
Fish bites.
As you can see, this fish bites has mesh running through it. Makes it kind of hard to get off a hook.
Cut it off is the best way to do
Yeah,
it.
I'm not gonna try. But I'll tell you this, those whiting like the fish bites.
Yeah.
That's some beautiful white meat on this hard head.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
I think it's gonna be...
Look at that. Look at that backside.
Oh.
Whew. Well. All right, now it's time for the cook portion. I've got our fish fillets lined up. We're gonna do a taste test. My wife's gonna taste them as well. And so is Joel. So we'll see how they rate. Left to right, we've got hardhead catfish. Boy, does that look disgusting. We've got silver sea trout, which is, you know, locally we call them white trout. In Florida, they're called silver sea trout. We got speckled trout, that's from a trip earlier in the week. And then we've got whiting. The 3 of the 4 were caught today, cannot be any fresher. So this is gonna be a real taste test. Like, they haven't been refrigerated or frozen or anything like that. Super fresh, other than the trout. The speckled trout's a couple days old, but I kept it really well iced. It's gonna taste just as good as fresh. All right, here we go. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, I'm not gonna over season these fish because I just want the flavor of the fish to shine through. So only salt and pepper on each fillet. All right, I've got my pan super hot. I'm gonna put some avocado oil in there. Love avocado oil because it's got a very high smoke point. With that hot pan, it's gonna heat up in no time. In fact, it's already hot. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. All right, we're gonna go left to right again in alphabetical order. Hardhead, silver sea trout, speckled trout, and whiting.
I can smell the hardhead.
Oh, shut up.
It's like you got 3 fish fillets and a ground burger on the left.
Right, it is a little red. All right, they're really close to done. Mrs. Marchman's gonna help me take them off. We're gonna start left to right with the hardhead. All right, that's that. This is the white trout or silver sea trout. Speckled trout. And last but not least, or I'm guessing not least, whiting. All right, we're gonna let those cool just a second because we don't want to fry our mouths. And each of us is gonna take a bite and see how good they are.
Oh my God.
What?
That hardhead.
Let's wait a minute.
Take you a whiff. Take you a whiff of that.
Ooh. Ooh, that smells terrible. Oh, goodness.
It smells terrible.
Brandy thinks it smells all right. I don't know. Wait, you gonna try it? You have to blow it. All right. All right, here we go. Look at that bloodline. Ooh, doesn't that look good? Go ahead. One to 10. Score it.
A 5?
Really? A 5, okay. So not that bad. All right, Joel, here's your 4.
That's horrible. I ain't a 5, that's a 1.
It's a 1, it's that bad, oh great. Here, hold your fork. Oh, ugh. It's that bad, huh? All right, I'm gonna take a small bite. Try and get as little bloodline as possible. That's absolutely, don't ever eat a hardhead. That is absolutely disgusting. It tastes like it smells. Will's spitting his out. Oh. That's terrible. It's truly the worst fish I've ever eaten. All right, Brandy, you're up. Silver sea trout, AKA white trout.
That one's better.
Scale 1 to 10.
A 7.
7? All right, Joel. Save me a piece because it's not too big. From hardhead to grouper.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I give it a 7.
7. All right, my turn. Y'all are crazy. We will not have a fish better than that. There's no way. Now speckled trout. All right, Brandy, go ahead. 1 to 10.
An 8.
An 8. So you think it's better than the white trout? Okay. All right, Joel. See what you think.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
A 9. That good. All right. Hopefully I agree. So you left a little wiggle room in case the whiting is better. Smart move. All right. It's delicious, I'll tell you that, but the white trout was better. I mean, I gave the white trout a 10. I'd probably give this a 9. It's excellent, but that white trout was delicious. All right, last but not least, Brandy, go with the whiting.
I don't think I've ever had this before.
No, I don't think you have. In Louisiana, we call these channel mullet.
I mean, it's pretty good. An 8.
An 8? So what was your favorite of the 4? Speckled trout?
The speckled trout.
Speckled trout. All right, Joel. Let's see what you think.
I give that a 7.
7. Really? So your favorite was also the speck, right?
Yep.
All right, my turn. Ready? I hate to give the whiting the same grade that I gave the white trout, because you kind of want to rank them. But the whiting to me is a 10. It is absolutely fantastic. It's delicious. Both the white trout and the whiting, now granted it was a little tiny white trout, but both the white trout and the whiting, to me, are better than the speck. Speck was good, don't get me wrong, but they're better. Delicious. I'm telling you, delicious fish. I will definitely be targeting whiting some more when I'm here. And you know I'm gonna be targeting speckled trout when I'm here. Probably won't target whiting at home, but man, that's a delicious fish. All right, well, this video was a blast to put together. Kind of went different than I expected in the morning, but it's always cool doing these taste tests. It gives you a whole new perspective on, you know, what you might think are good fish, what you might think are bad fish. Trust me, hardhead is disgusting. Yeah, if I was starving to death, I'm sure I'd eat it, but I'd have to be on a desert island, because terrible. It's a disgusting taste. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh or back on that dock, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.